Hi boys and girls, this is Mrs. Richards here with a fraction division video for your homework tonight that Mrs. Lally, Ms. Driscoll, and myself have assigned. You should have received this worksheet in class today that says fraction division video homework. I'm going to read some questions to you and you're going to fill out this worksheet. On the front side you should have problems 1 and 2, and on the back you should find problem number 3. As I go through the questions and I write things down, I'd like you to copy them down onto your worksheet so that tomorrow when you can come into class, you can show Ms. Driscoll, Mrs. Lally, or myself that you watched the video and that you got all of the information that was presented. Questions 1 and 2 I will do with you from beginning to end. Question number 3 on the back, I will start with you and then you will finish it for the rest of your homework, and it will be part of a class discussion tomorrow. So, let's start with the first question. For each question, you're going to write down a question that's asked, the important facts of the question, draw a picture, write the number model, and then finally the solution to each problem. The first question is about half a meter of rope that needs to be cut into 3 equal pieces. The question that we need to answer is how long will each piece be? So that's what I want you to write right here. How long will each piece B. The important facts that we learned from the question is that there's a half meter of rope and that it needs to be cut into 3 equal pieces. To answer this question, I first want you to start by drawing a picture. Now, we need a half meter of rope. I'm actually going to draw the number line from 0 to 1, and I'm going to mark 1/2 in the middle of the number line. Now, when I look at this, I know that I only have to focus on the half meter from 0 to 1/2, but I'm still going to go through and mark my number line with halves. So I have 0/2, 1/2, and 2/2, which is equal to 1 whole. Now I have 1/2 a meter of rope in 3 equal pieces. Well, when I look at 1/2 and 3, I think of the common denominator of 6. So I'm going to write 1/2 as equivalent 6th, which is 3/6. That helps me number my number line. So here I have 1/6, and here I have 2/6. So I go from 0 to 1 to 2 to 3. On this side I'm going to put 4/6 and 5/6. And of course 1 whole is equal to 6/6. So now I have my number line, which is to model my rope. I only have to worry about half a meter of rope though, so I'm going to draw a line like right here, so I just focus from 0 to 1/2. Now the question is, if I have 3 equal pieces, what's the measure? Well, here I have a piece, here I have a piece, and here I have a piece. So I have those 3 equal pieces. Well, how much is each piece? Well, from 0 to 1 is 1/6. From 1 to 2 is 1/6. And from 2 to 3 is 1/6. So what I've done is I've taken 1/2, I've divided it into 3 equal pieces to get an answer of, well, 1/6 each. So each piece of rope is 1/6 meters long. Take a moment, make sure you have all of that copied down. Pause the video if needed. Okay, great. Let's move on to question number 2. I move my paper a little bit in the camera just so that you can see what I'm doing. So for question number 2, oops, I'm a little crooked. For question number 2, I'm going to ask you a question about cornbread. Sorry guys, technical difficulties here. Okay, the question is, if there are 3 family members that equally share 1/5 a pan of cornbread, how much will they each get? So let's start with writing the question. How much cornbread will each person get? The important facts are that there are 3 family members. And there is 1/5 a pan of cornbread. So, for our picture, I think we should draw something with fifths. So I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to break it into fifths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces, and I need 1/5 shaded. So I'm just going to shade in that 1 out of 5 parts. So that represents my 1/5. Now I know I have 3 family members, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to split it into thirds in the opposite direction, kind of like what we did with paper folding. Now, I have 3 parts here, so how much is represented by this corner right here? Well, this would be 1 piece out of, well, how many are in the picture? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's 1 out of 15 right there. So that means if I took 1/5 a pan and I divided it by 3 people, I got 1/15 as an answer. So each person will get 1/15 of the pan. Take a moment, make sure you have all of that copied down, please, in the problem. All right, good job. Now, I'm going to flip our homework over to the back where problem number 3 is. And we are going to do the same thing we just did a moment ago. I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to write down the important facts of the question, draw a picture, and write a number model and solution. However, this time I will not walk you through the entire thing. I will just give you a little bit of the information so you can finish it on your own. So the question is, or the problem is, that there is a 1/6 of a quiche in Cora's refrigerator. Cora agrees to share it with her brother. What portion of the original quiche will Cora eat? So let's write the question first. What portion of the quiche will Cora eat? Oops. Mine kind of went off there a little bit. The facts are that there is 1/6 of the quiche left, and that Cora and her brother will share it. I'll help you by setting up the picture. Let's think. Okay, let's draw a rectangle. I need 6. So we're going to do 6 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Shade in 1 out of 6. And keep in mind there's 2 people eating, so I'm going to split it into 2 parts. That should be enough to help you solve the problem, ladies and gentlemen. So I want you to write a number model. I want you to write down the final solution. And then after you've done that, I want you to answer this question. How do you know that your answer makes sense? Prove it. Explain what you did here to prove your answer. And one last thing, there's a secret message that I'd like you to record on your paper. I'd like you to record it right in this area here. I know when Miss Driscoll did the last video, she told you her height. So I thought I'd tell you my height, because I'm sure you're all wondering exactly how tall I am too, right? I am 5'1" and 3/4 inches. So you can write that right here. So now you all know how tall I am. So the next math video, we'll have to tell Mrs. Lally. She'll have to put her height. All right, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you're prepared for class tomorrow. Have a good night.